Darling, I've already made my decision about who I want to build my life with, about who I want to come home to for the rest of my days, about my future wife. And the truth is, she doesn't even know yet. She has no idea that when she talks, I listen to more than her words. I listen to the pauses, the softness, the weight behind her silence. She doesn't know that I watch her when she's not looking, and I memorize the little things. Like how she brushes her hair away from her face, how she laughs a little harder when she's caught off guard, how her voice gets quiet when she's speaking from somewhere deep inside. She doesn't know that I already imagine her in my future, not because she's trying to be perfect, but because her realness is everything I've ever wanted. I've seen beauty before, but never like this. Her beauty lives in her kindness, in the way she speaks about people with softness, in the way she never tries to stand out, but somehow becomes unforgettable. She's not loud. She's not the kind of woman who demands attention, but she deserves it, because of the way she makes people feel safe, because of the way she holds space without even trying. And me? I've fallen for her quietly, gently, fully. She doesn't know that I already think about what kind of house would make her feel most at home, what kind of mornings she'd love waking up to, what kind of peace I want to give her, the kind the world never could. She has no idea I've already pictured our life. Not a perfect one, but a real one. Simple, warm hours. She doesn't know that I've been loving her without needing anything back, just grateful to know her, to walk beside her, to hear her voice, and to be trusted enough to stand close. So yeah, I've decided my future wife, it's her. She doesn't know yet, but I'm already building the kind of love she can walk into without fear. It wasn't a big moment. There was no spotlight, no grand music playing, no one else around to witness it, just her, and something so simple, but it hit me like nothing else ever had. She was talking about something small. I don't even remember what. Maybe a memory from her childhood. Maybe something that made her laugh that day. But it wasn't what she said. It was how she said it. There was light in her eyes. Not the kind that fades fast. The kind that glows from somewhere deep. A light that comes from being gentle with the world and still choosing to love it anyway. And while she kept talking, something inside me went quiet. A calm I didn't expect. Like my mind, my heart, my whole body just knew. That's her. She's the one. Not because she was trying to be anything special. Not because she was dressed up. Not because she said anything poetic. But because in that exact moment, she felt like home. The kind of home you don't have to earn. The kind of home where you don't have to hide the tired parts of yourself. Where you're not asked to shrink or pretend, just exist, fully. That moment changed everything. It made me realize this wasn't just a good feeling, it was a knowing. That I could see myself sitting across from her years from now. Same voice, same eyes, telling me about her day, and I'd still feel lucky. She doesn't know this yet. But in that quiet moment I stopped searching. Stopped wondering if the right person was still out there. Stopped thinking love had to be loud, to be real. Because love for me started with her voice, her heart, and that simple, ordinary moment that made me sure of something I never expected. My future has her name written all over it. I've been loving her in silence, not with big gestures, not with perfect words, but in small, quiet ways. She hasn't even noticed yet. Like when she texts me late and says, "Sorry if I'm bothering you." And I always say, "You never are," but what I really mean is, "Please bother me." I wait for your name to light up my screen. Or how I remember the things she says in passing. About her favorite drink, the kind of weather that makes her feel calm, the songs she plays when she needs to feel okay again. She never notices I write them down, in my mind, in my heart, because I want to be someone who remembers her. And then there are moments when she's quiet, not her usual quiet, but the kind where something's heavy. She'll say, "I'm fine," but I can hear the weight behind it. And instead of pressing her, I stay close. I check in later. I remind her she doesn't have to be okay to be loved. I don't say I love you, not yet, but I say it in the way I show up, in the way I wait for her voice to return to its usual softness, in the way I match her pace, never rushing her to open up. I say it when I listen, really listen, even when it's just her rambling about her day, because to me, her voice is peace. She thinks I'm just being kind, just being a good friend, but she doesn't know every small act is a love letter she hasn't read yet. And I'm not waiting for the right moment to love her. I already am. I just haven't told her with words. Not because I'm afraid of how I feel, but because I want to tell her when she feels safe enough to hear it. And when that day comes, she'll look back at every small moment, every reply, every look, every silence I filled with care. And she'll know I've been loving her quietly all along. What I want to give her, it's not flashy, it's not loud, it's not something people will clap for or post about, but it's real. I want to give her a love that feels like safety, a kind of love where she can finally exhale, where she doesn't have to wonder, overthink, or tiptoe around her feelings. I want her to wake up knowing she's loved, even on the days she doesn't feel like smiling, even on the days when she doesn't say much, even on the days when she needs space, and all she can give me is silence. I'll take that silence. I'll sit beside it. I won't fill it with pressure or questions, just presence, because the love I want to give her doesn't rush, doesn't push, doesn't ask her to perform. It waits. It watches. It holds her close even when her hands are shaking. I don't want her to think she has to earn anything from me. Not attention, not affection, not understanding. It's all hers already. Freely, I want her to feel safe, loving me back, not out of fear of losing me, but out of peace in knowing I'm not going anywhere. Because real love, it's not about making someone chase you. It's about choosing someone even on the quietest days. And her, I'll choose her. On the loud days, on the lonely days, on the days when she doesn't feel like herself, I'll still choose her over and over, with steady hands and an open heart. She doesn't know this yet, but I'm already building a home inside my love for her. Not a place made of walls, but of warmth, of trust, of belonging. A place she'll never have to leave to feel whole. I think about that moment sometimes. The one where I finally tell her, where the words I've been carrying quietly for what feels like forever finally leave my lips. No rush, no pressure, just me, looking her in the eyes and saying, "It's you. It's been you. I've already decided you're the one I want to walk through life with." And I imagine the way her face might shift, confused at first, maybe surprised, like she hadn't seen it coming. But deep down, I hope her heart will recognize it, because love like this doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's been growing slowly, quietly, layer by layer, in every conversation, every check-in, every soft moment. I stayed when the world looked away, and maybe, just maybe, a part of her already knows. Maybe she's felt it in the way I notice things no one else does. In the way I listen, not just with my ears, but with my heart. Maybe she's seen it in my eyes, in the way they soften when she walks into the room, in the way I pause before I speak, just to be careful with the way I hold her emotions. I won't make a scene of it. No perfect speech, no fancy words, just truth. Just me, finally telling her, you've had my heart for longer than you know, and if you want it, it's yours, forever. I don't need her to say it back right away. I don't need her to be ready. I just need her to know. Because she deserves to be loved out loud. To know she's wanted, chosen, cherished. Not in secret, not in silence, but in full light. The life I dream of with her, it isn't perfect. It isn't glamorous. It doesn't need to be. I picture soft mornings, the kind where we wake up slow, no rush, no noise, just sunlight through the window, her hair messy on the pillow, my hand already reaching for hers without even thinking about it. I picture simple breakfasts, her favorite mug waiting on the counter, music playing low, both of us moving around each other in that easy way only real comfort allows. I picture the days we barely speak, not because anything's wrong, just because silence isn't empty with her. It's warm, it's full. And when life gets hard, because it will, when we feel the weight of everything around us, I see us choosing to lean in, not to run, not to blame, but to pause, to sit beside each other and say, we'll get through it together. I want that kind of life with her. One where love isn't something we have to prove, but something we live through, breathe through, return to at the end of every day. I want late night talks, grocery store trips, mismatched socks, and lazy Sunday afternoons. I want to learn her moods, her routines, the quiet things that bring her joy, and the soft places where she still needs healing. I want to protect those places, not fix them, just hold them gently, because the life I want with her isn't about having everything figured out. It's about figuring it out together, and most of all, it's about making sure that no matter what happens, she never has to wonder where she stands with me. She will always know she is my peace, she is my future, she is the life I've been waiting to begin.